Hello everyone, I'm back to share the storyline of The Love in Your Eyes which just aired last night. At the beginning of this episode, Kim Hae-mi wanted to promise that she would not leave Sejun when Sejun told all the problems that Sejun kept to himself. Sejun refused to make a promise to Kim Hae-mi because he knew that the problem he was having was related to Kim Hae-mi's family. Eun-ho, who just found out why Young-yi and Kyung-jun broke up, is afraid that Kyung-jun will destroy the evidence to protect his family. But Young-yi understands Kyung-jun. He is not that kind of person. Young-yi thinks that Kyung-jun isn't really going to send Sim Won-sop aboard to destroy the evidence. He is just using Sim Won-sop to get Sim Won-sop's confession. Young-yi knows that Kyung-jun has genuine feelings for her, and the decision to break up with Young-yi must be very painful for Kyung-jun. Even Young-yi feels hurt when she understands Kyung-jun. Kyung-jun and Jang-hoon just found out the truth a while ago. Whether Young-yi will forgive him or not, what is certain is that Young-yi will give time to Kyung-jun, so Kyung-jun can make everything work as it should. Young-yi meets Kyung-jun to say that she will be resigned from TS Retail. She couldn't possibly work at that place again, even though it was difficult to be able to work there, but she hoped she could return to the days when she could raise Mirine without working at TS Retail. Kyung-jun let Young-yi resign because it might be the right choice for Young-yi. Here too, he finally told the reason he said that he wanted to send Sim Won-sop aboard. He explains if he doesn't stand up for his family's mistakes, he will make the people involved responsible. But he has to know all the stories from Sim Won-sop. He apologized because when Young-yi misunderstands, Young-yi must be hurt. Young-yi can understand Kyung-jun's decision to break up with her and to use Sim Won-sop. Now is the time for Kyung-jun to also understand Young-yi's decision. Even though she really loves Kyung-jun and she knows that Jang-hoon is indeed guilty, but she wants Sim Won-sop, Sejun, and Yoon-hee to get their punishment. Kyung-jun also gave the recorded conversation file of Yoon-hee and Sim Won-sop to Young-yi, because after this matter is over, Kyung-jun will go to the United States. He will leave Young-yi, who will have regained her cheerfulness when this problem is over. There was no way she could be happy when she couldn't be the one she loved. This episode also reveals why Lee-jae asked for all the evidence that Kyung-jun has. He wants to destroy the evidence, then make Sim Won-sop the only one responsible for Do-jin's death. He will threaten to divorce Yoon-hee and fire Yoon-hee from her position. He thought it was a punishment for Yoon-hee. He doesn't want anyone to touch Sejun because Sejun is his son. Kyung-jun disagreed with Lee-jae's decision. He would fend for himself to hold all three of them accountable. Lee-jae only thinks about his family. He doesn't think that Young-hee's family has suffered so much for 6 years because of what Jang's family did. Here Lee-jae and Sim Won-sop made a deal. Sim Won-sop had to say that he was the only one responsible. Lee-jae says that if Sim Won-sop refuses this deal, Sim Won-sop will still be a killer. Sim Won-sop wanted only 3 years in prison, and after he got out of prison, he asked for property from Lee-jae. Lee-jae agrees to Sim Won-sop's request as long as Sim Won-sop doesn't mention Yoon-hee and Sejun while the investigation begins. He will give the best lawyer for Sim Won-sop. Kyung-jun wants to add evidence to convict Yoon-hee. He finds records of corruption and embezzlement by Yoon-hee. Kyung-jun wants to get Lawyer Moon on his side, but Lawyer Moon won't be able to help Kyung-jun even if he wants to, because starting tomorrow the evidence Kyung-jun found is invalid. Yoon-hee has ordered Lawyer Moon to sell all of hers and Sejun's shares, and has also asked Lawyer Moon to provide a place to live in the Bahamas. Kyung-jun lost by one step to Yoon-hee. It turns out that Yoon-hee asked Kyung-jun for time so that Yoon-hee could prepare what she needed to escape from Korea. If based on the previous episode, the fake passport will be completed within 3 days, while this has only been 1 day and there are 2 days left. Yoon-hee cannot run away because Kim's family will soon know the content of Young-hee's recording. Kim Hae-mi accidentally placed a file containing the voice recording of Yoon-hee and Sim Won-sop when she was about to open a food product file made by Yoon-hee. Actually, Yoon-hee was also going to tell the file to her family, but I'm sure she will postpone it because Young-hee is usually hesitant. Thank goodness Kim Hae-mi found it first. If Kim family finds out about the recording on the same day, Kim family will immediately sue Yoon-hee and provide evidence of the recording to the police. I hope Yoon-hee will be arrested immediately so she cannot escape, because if she is allowed to roam, she can still run away when her passport is finished. Because the passport is a fake passport, the passport does not use her name and Sejun's name. Okay everyone, that's the storyline of The Love in Your Eyes episode 106. Thank you for watching my video.